I wasn't trying to stop my panic attacks. And then somehow they just started disappearing. And so here's what happened. It was basically an accident. If everything I'm trying isn't working, why don't I just try something completely different? And a really sort of nice and easy mindset I had around that, which you can do as well, is to just look at it as an experiment. I don't care if I recover. I don't care if they stay or go. I'm just going to try this as purely an experiment and see what happens. And you know what? It's almost like accidentally through that action, that's the thing which got them to go. And when I'm helping people recover from anxiety and DPDR and panic attacks, their response to that, and it's probably your response as well, is, well, Dan, it's just so terrifying. How can I ignore something or just not care about something which is completely in my face? I can't just pretend to not care because I do care. And that's exactly the point. You can't just ignore emotions, they're so powerful. And so when you sort of get advice like just ignore it or distract yourself, it's like, really? Like, if just think about it, if you were really, really happy and you were excited and you were joyous and you were having an amazing day, just imagine that. And then somebody said to you, just ignore it. Do you think you could do it? No, of course you couldn't. And you wouldn't want to either. And it's not natural to do that. And we're not designed to do that. So when somebody says to you, just ignore the symptoms and just ignore the feelings, it's like, well, how? You know, like I can't ignore feeling terrified. But what we do is what's called reframing it. So you can have the same experience and still feel the same thing, but it's almost like you can do your best to see it in a different way. And a classic example of this reframing is, say two people have just been fired from a job and one person goes, oh God, I've just been fired. What am I going to do? Where am I going to get money from? And, you know, that's a pretty normal response. The other person might think, oh, yeah, I didn't want this to happen, but this is great because now it's almost forcing me and it's giving me a lot of time and space to pursue that business, which I've always wanted to do. So actually, I'm really excited about this. Even though it sucks, it's giving me more opportunities. And so it's not just about thinking positive. I'm not saying that getting fired is good. I mean, obviously it's not, but it's the way that you frame it. And so I guess the point of all this is that I wasn't trying to force being calm. I wasn't trying to force being relaxed. And I was trying something sort of, I guess, a little bit out of the box, which was an experiment just to say to myself, well, let's just see what happened. And that sort of not caring what happened and genuinely not caring is the very thing which eventually got me to where I want to get to, which was having no more panic attacks anymore. And I know you might be confused and I know you might be wondering, well, how do I not care? There are sort of reframing shifts you can do and there are mindset shifts you can do which still honor the situation which you're in and doesn't just dismiss it as thinking positive, but it's going to sort of tweak your mind a little bit and get you thinking of it in a different way, which is going to be able to help you achieve what you want to get to, which is recovery. And look, if you do want to recover and feel normal again, then you need to check out the course I've created specifically for anxiety and DPDR and panic attack recovery. It's specifically focused on exactly how to recover from that. So if you do want that help, if you want to feel normal again, then go check out the Freedom course. The link's in a pinned comment and also the description. But I know the problem that you're facing is that you are so overwhelmed, you're so panicked, you don't believe that you can recover. And so hearing that from me, even though I've recovered and I've helped hundreds of other people across the world recover, you're still very skeptical. You're still saying, well, how do I do that? You know, surely this isn't just the answer. Hear it from somebody who helps people every single day recover. This is exactly what you do. You don't need to look anywhere else. You don't need to find anything else, this is your last stop. This is all you need. When you stop trying to control everything, when you stop trying to control your symptoms, which, by the way, you don't have any control of. If you did have control of them, you'd turn them off right now. So this frustration of you trying to control them, or them changing, or you wondering how to get over them and move beyond them, it's just keeping it going. And so you sort of have to release a little bit, like relinquish a little bit, step back a little bit. And if you need help doing that, then I can help you.